This is DD India and you're watching Express News, a program where we bring for you top 100 news of the day. I'm Tanvi Taneja. Let's begin. Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid respects at Sai Baba's Mahasamadhi in Puttaparthi, Andhra Pradesh and released commemorative coin and stamps and launched Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana on Wednesday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi called Sai Baba's birth centenary a divine blessing and a festival of universal love, peace and service in Puttaparthi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the South India Natural Farming Summit 2025 in Coimbatore today, promoting sustainable chemical-free practices for regenerative climate-smart agriculture. During the program, Prime Minister Narendra Modi released the 21st installment of PM Kisan of more than 18,000 crore rupees to support over 9 crore farmers across the country. Prime Minister Modi praised natural farming's importance at South India Natural Farming Summit in Coimbatore, saluting Tamil Nadu's farmers' courage and innovative spirit. In his address in Coimbatore, Prime Minister Modi envisioned India as a global natural farming hub, transforming agriculture, boosting rural economy and youth opportunities. Prime Minister Modi also visited an exhibition at South India Natural Farming Summit in Coimbatore, engaging with farmers and showcasing organic innovations and market linkages. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar inaugurated 2 new Consulate Generals of India in Russia on Wednesday. He opened these Indian consulates in Kazan and Yekaterinburg to strengthen economic and trade ties during his Moscow visit. Dr. S. Jaishankar also interacted with members of the Indian community and friends of India in Moscow. He expressed his appreciation for the warmth and support of the diaspora. Earlier on Tuesday, India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar met Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow, conveying Prime Minister Modi's greetings and discussing preparations for the next month's India-Russia Annual Summit. Minister of State for Communications and Rural Development Dr. Chandrasekhar Pemmasane addressed members of the Indian community in Baku. He urged the Indian diaspora to mentor, invest and shape India's future. Environment, Forest and Climate Change Minister Bhupendra Yadav met with his Brazilian counterpart Marina Silva on the sidelines of the COP30 summit underway in Belém. Minister Bhupendra Yadav and his Brazilian counterpart discussed COP30 developments, adaptation, South-South cooperation, circular economy and biodiversity at Belém's Leaders Summit, joining Tropical Forests Forever facility as observer. India will host the 7th Colombo Security Conclave, a National Security Advisor level meeting in New Delhi on Thursday. Chaired by India's NSA Ajit Doval, the event aims to enhance India's role as Indian Ocean net security provider. The Colombo Security Conclave in New Delhi will address maritime security, disaster relief, counter-terrorism, cybersecurity and blue economy. India, Sri Lanka, Maldives, Mauritius and Bangladesh will be participating, with Seychelles attending as observer. Afghanistan's Industry and Commerce Minister Nuruddin Azizi arrived in New Delhi on Wednesday for a 5-day visit to boost bilateral trade, investments and Chabahar port ties. India strongly condemned prolonged delays and procedural tactics in United Nations Security Council reforms, warning inaction undermines the organization's credibility. India also stressed that decades of discussions have yielded nothing, arguing that consensus is being misused as a veto. The 11th edition of Indo-Sri Lanka Joint Military Exercise Mitra Shakti 2025 continues at Belagavi, Karnataka, with urban combat obstacle courses, improvised explosive device responses and drone reconnaissance drills. The National Investigation Agency arrested Anmol Bishnoi, brother of gangster Lawrence Bishnoi, upon his deportation from the United States to India on Wednesday for aiding terror acts from 2020 to 2023. In Bihar, the NDA on Wednesday unanimously chose Nitish Kumar as the coalition's legislative party leader in the Bihar Assembly. Nitish Kumar is set to take oath as Bihar Chief Minister for the 10th time on November 20th. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman chaired the 7th pre-budget consultation meet in New Delhi on Wednesday with banking, financial services and insurance sector experts for the forthcoming Union Budget 2026-27. Indian stock markets closed higher on Wednesday. The Sensex at the BSE climbed 513 points or 0.6% to close at 85,186. Nifty at the National Stock Exchange added 143 points or 0.6% to settle at 26,053. The Indian rupee appreciated 2 paise to close at 88 rupees 58 paise against the US dollar on Wednesday. Gold prices rose to $4,084 per troy ounce on Wednesday, up 0.4% amid safe haven demand. Silver prices rose to $50.89 per troy ounce, up 1.4% amid strong industrial demand. Crude oil prices rose to $60.70 per barrel on Wednesday, up 1.3% amid rising global demand forecasts. Asian markets struggled on Wednesday as investors awaited Nvidia earnings, with Nikkei down 3.2% and Shanghai Composite Index falling 0.7%. European stock markets traded higher on Wednesday, with Stock 600 edging up 0.2% amid cautious trading ahead of US economic data and corporate earnings report. Britain's inflation eased to 3.6% in October from 3.8%, offering relief to the Labour government ahead of their budget, with expected tax rises on November 26th. As the Russia-Ukraine conflict escalated overnight, Russian strikes on Ternopil killed 19 people, injured dozens, and caused power outages across western Ukraine amid escalating military responses on Wednesday. Russia's air defenses intercepted 4 United States-made ATACMS fired by Ukraine at Voronezh. Moscow retaliated with Iskander-M strikes, destroying 2 Ukrainian launchers and crews. Poland temporarily shut Rzeszów and Lublin airports and scrambled jets in response to Russian strikes on Ukraine, ensuring military aviation operations on Wednesday. Poland's interior minister vowed a robust response to railway sabotage by Russian-backed Ukrainians, raising alert levels on critical lines amid heightened security threats on Wednesday. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky reached Turkey as part of an attempt to revive talks with Russia on how to end the conflict in Ukraine. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov declined to comment on an Axios report of secret US-Russia talks for a 28-point Ukraine peace plan on Wednesday. Israeli military killed 2 Hezbollah members in southern Lebanon strikes on Tuesday, despite ongoing ceasefire with the Iran-backed group on Wednesday. Israeli army said that it killed a Hezbollah member gathering intelligence in Blida in southern Lebanon. Separately, strikes on En al-Hilweh camp killed at least 13, targeting a Hamas compound. China notified Japan of a complete ban on Japanese seafood imports on Wednesday, escalating tensions over Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi's remarks on Taiwan. China said on Wednesday that it would have no choice but to take further measures if Japan does not retract its wrong remarks and take concrete actions to safeguard the political foundations of bilateral ties. Lawmakers in the US House of Representatives and Senate approved a bill with only one no vote to compel the US Justice Department to release a trove of files from investigations into convicted late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. President Donald Trump announced on Tuesday the formal designation of Saudi Arabia as a major non-NATO ally during a White House gala dinner with Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. The US and Saudi Arabia signed agreements on arms sales, including F-35 fighter jets and a civil nuclear energy cooperation. Trump said that the US would sell F-35 stealth fighter jets to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman pledged nearly $1 trillion in investments during White House visit with President Donald Trump. Further, Donald Trump defended Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman over journalist Jamal Khashoggi's killing during the White House meeting, giving him a clean sheet, contradicting US intelligence findings. Bangladesh remains tense on Wednesday, with security forces patrolling major cities amid Awami League's three-day protests against Sheikh Hasina's death sentence. Brazilian negotiators raced for consensus at COP30 by Wednesday on emissions peak, fossil fuel cuts and climate damage funding ahead of a Friday deadline. Meanwhile, in a major announcement at COP30, Brazil has created 10 new indigenous territories, a crucial step towards securing long-promised land rights. Meanwhile, deadlock persists at COP30 in Belém over who will host COP31, despite Australia's Albanese pledging not to block Turkey's bid. Bonn in Germany looms as the default venue. We're heading for a short break here on Express News. We'll be back in just a bit. Stay tuned to DD India.
This week on Defence Dynamics, we unpack the post-Operation Sindoor shift in India's internal security dynamics. We spotlight DRDO's new AI-powered underwater system transforming the mine warfare. We examine the Army's latest upgrade in war missiles for T-90 fleet and track Indonesia's interest in BrahMos boosting India's export reach. Catch the complete breakdown this Wednesday at 8 p.m. IST only on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching Express News on DD India. I'm Tanvi Taneja. Let's resume. Bolivian President Rodrigo Paz announced $380,000 in international cooperation for humanitarian aid for Bolivian towns struck by severe flooding. The heavy rainfall recorded in the early hours of Monday in Bolivia caused a hillside to slide and collapse towards a community, leading to the flooding of homes and the entry of mud, logs and rocks into the area. In central Gaza, families tried to salvage belongings after tents collapsed overnight in heavy rain. Relief teams are assessing damage while distributing emergency supplies as displaced families face worsening conditions. UN Deputy Spokesperson Farhan Haq warned conditions in Gaza have sharply deteriorated after heavy rains flooded camps. Humanitarian teams are distributing tents, tarpaulins and basic supplies. Chile's Patagonian snowstorm brought whiteout conditions and winds exceeding 193 kilometers per hour, equivalent to a Category 3 hurricane. Tourists became lost during the extreme weather, prompting urgent rescue operations. Chilean authorities confirmed 5 tourists died in a powerful snowstorm in Torres del Paine National Park, while 4 others were reported missing. While 4 others reported missing were found alive. 3 weeks after Hurricane Melissa devastated El Cobar in Cuba, families hope reconstruction will restore a sense of normalcy despite the hardships. Indonesia's Semeru volcano erupted on Wednesday, sending ash clouds up to 2 kilometers above its peak. Authorities raised the alert level of Java Island's tallest mountain to the highest. The India Meteorological Department predicts light to moderate rain with isolated heavy showers over Tamil Nadu and Kerala in the coming days. IMD predicts cold wave conditions are expected in central Indian states of Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. Meanwhile, northwest and east India will see a 2 to 3 degrees Celsius increase over the next 4 days. The Indian National Trust for Art and Cultural Heritage launched Project Gajalok, a landmark initiative exploring the cultural and ecological legacy of the Asian elephant. Project Gajalok opens a public exhibition from 19th to 25th of November this year, aiming to honor the sacred bond between humans and elephants. The Charya dance of Nepal, a sacred Vajrayana Buddhist ritual preserved by Newari Vajracharya priests since the 7th and 8th centuries, continues to embody Nepal's spiritual heritage. In Nepal, Charya dance performers dress as deities such as Kumari, Tara, Kal Bhairav and Kali, adorned with elaborate jewelry to express the spiritual qualities and awakening of Buddhist divinities. Thousands of attendees were treated to a stunning drone display on Tuesday during the new Airshow After Dark event on the second day of the Dubai Airshow. Dubai Airshow 2025 featured hundreds of illuminated drones forming images of historic and modern aircraft, Dubai's skyline, satellites, and futuristic aviation designs. A Japanese school is breaking away from the country's rigid education model by integrating video games into its curriculum, making students learn via competitive gaming. The Allen Institute in Seattle has unveiled the Brain Knowledge Platform, an AI tool that allows scientists to search and compare massive brain data sets with ease. The Brain Knowledge Platform integrates data from humans and other animals anchored by decades of detailed maps of the mouse brain, cell types and neural connections. For the second time this year, Vietnamese banh mi has been recognized as one of the world's best sandwiches by Media House. Vietnamese banh mi has repeatedly appeared in global culinary rankings, underscoring its enduring appeal as an iconic symbol of Vietnamese food culture. A portrait by Viennese artist Gustav Klimt sold for $205 million at Sotheby's on Tuesday, setting a record for modern work of art. An 18-carat gold toilet by satirical artist Maurizio Cattelan fetched $12.1 million at the Sotheby's auction in New York on Wednesday. British auction house Christie's has suspended the Paris auction of a rare example of the world's first calculating machine developed by French mathematician B. Pascal. The auction house Christie's said that the sale was halted at the request of the owner after the Paris Administrative Court suspended the piece's export authorization. On to entertainment news now. First look images have been released for OTT heist thriller series Steel, starring Sophie Turner, best known for the Game of Thrones. Co-starring Jacob Fortune-Lloyd and Archie Madivke, Steel series will debut globally on January 21st next year in more than 240 countries and territories. Actor David Castaneda, best known as Diego Hargreaves in The Umbrella Academy, will headline an untitled horror thriller from Lionsgate and Talking Pictures Midnight Pictures label. The 56th International Film Festival of India 2025 is all set to showcase the Experimental Films Selection, a segment which explores daring formal experiments and storytelling techniques. Bridgerton actress Simone Ashley Starrer, This Tempting Madness, is set to have its world premiere at the 56th International Film Festival of India on 27th of November. India's National Award-winning actor Pankaj Tripathi will make his debut as producer with Perfect Family, an 8-episode dramedy launching on YouTube November 27th. Directed by Sachin Pathak and produced by Ajay Rai, Perfect Family series explores therapy and family stigma through humour. Indian actors Shahid Kapoor, Abhishek Bachchan and Nawazuddin Siddiqui will be a part of the 15th India Film Project this month in Mumbai. Single Papa, the OTT series starring Indian actor Kunal Kemu, will premiere on December 12th. The dramedy explores themes of parenting and emotional maturity with humour. Indian actor Rasha Thadani, daughter of Bollywood star Ravina Tandon, will make her Telugu cinema debut in Ajay Bhupate's upcoming film AB4. On to sports news now. Legendary player Roger Federer will be inducted into the International Tennis Hall of Fame next year. Indian Cricket Board said that captain Shubman Gill has responded well to treatment for a neck injury but remains doubtful for the second test against South Africa in Guwahati. England have included pace bowler Mark Wood in a 12-member squad for the first Ashes test against Australia in Perth beginning on Friday. Scotland will go to the Men's World Cup for the first time in 28 years after stoppage time goals by Kieran Tierney and Kenny McLean over Denmark. Norwich City have appointed former Rangers manager Philippe Clement as their head coach, replacing Liam Manning. The tiny Caribbean nation of Curaçao has become the smallest country ever to qualify for the World Cup after a draw against Jamaica in Kingston. A Harry Wilson hat-trick helped Wales serve the attacking masterclass as they demolished North Macedonia in their final World Cup qualifying group game and secured ticket for their playoff semi-final. Spain clinched automatic qualification to the World Cup and equalled a European record despite drawing 2-2 with Turkey in Seville. Haiti qualified for the FIFA World Cup 2026, defeating Nicaragua 2-0 in Conclave Group C. The Caribbean nation defied odds to earn a place in next year's Global Showcase. Star footballer Cristiano Ronaldo attended a White House black-tie dinner alongside de facto leader of Saudi Arabia. He was joined by Tesla CEO Elon Musk. Indian chess challenge ended as Arjun Ergyasi lost to Wei Yi in the quarterfinals of the FIDE World Cup. Grandmaster Esipenko Shacklin's match ended in draw as three quarterfinals head to tie-breaks. Yakubuev defeated Donchenko, becoming the first semi-finalist at the FIDE World Cup. Leighton Hewitt returned to professional tennis, partnering his 16-year-old son Cruz for a dominant 6-1, 6-0 doubles win at the ATP Challenger event, Sydney, advancing to the quarterfinals. Belgium booked their place in the semi-final of the Davis Cup, notching a 2-0 victory over France in the final 8 on Tuesday. Belgium will next face either Austria or reigning champions Italy in the final 4. And Indian shooters continued their impressive run at the Deaf Olympics in Tokyo as they added 1 gold and a bronze to their medals tally. So that's all in this edition of Express News. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.